welcome to week 3. The focus this week will be on muscle building and the importance of it. So as a personal trainer, I believe that muscle building is essential in your workout program, along with cardiovascular training as well, which we'll get to in the further weeks. So muscle is an active tissue, and what that means is once you build muscle, you're going to increase your metabolism. So after you're done these muscle building workouts, you're still burning calories after them. It's also very important to do some muscle building workouts because that is going to reduce your chances of osteoporosis, and it's also going to help in your everyday life. So whether it be bending down to pick something up or running after your children, or also improving how you're doing at your job. I try to encourage my clients to use everyday household items. If you don't have dumbbells, that's perfectly fine. So in this case, we're going to use some water bottles to add a little bit of resistance. And if you don't feel comfortable using them, you don't have to use them either. So what we're going to do is we're going to build on our last exercise, so the body weight squat, and we're going to add a little bit of shoulders in this exercise. So we're going to start off just like we did before. So just about hip width apart, your feet can stick out a little bit. Holding our water bottles in hand, we're going to squat down, and on the way up, we're going to press overhead. And squat down, and press overhead. Let's make sure to keep those ab muscles engaged, and also that tight butt squeeze on the way up. So we're squatting down, and okay, so our next exercise is going to be our stationary lunge. It's similar to the squat in where we're going to work our front of our legs, so our quadriceps, our hamstrings, and our butt muscles as well. So what we're going to do is I recommend using something for balance if you don't feel comfortable. So like just some stairs or a table, something to help keep balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold on, and then stepping with one foot, we're going to step forward. And I like to call this like a scissor motion. So we're going to take a big step forward. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lunge down, making sure that knee does not go over the toe, and also making sure that knee does not touch the ground. And then back up, and down, and back up. Next, we're going to be doing our knee or toe push-ups, similar to the ones that we were doing on the stairs on the incline. This is going to work our upper body muscles. If you still feel comfortable doing it on the stairs, that's great, but if you're ready to kind of challenge yourself a bit more, we can move on to the knee push-up. So what we're going to do is place our palms down, right above our shoulders, keeping that core engaged. You want to try to keep a nice flat back as possible, bringing the chest down, and pushing up. All right, to challenge yourself a little more, you can go from your toes, and similar to the plank, you want to try to be as straight as the board, bringing the chest down, and pushing up. Make sure your head and eyes are facing slightly forward. You don't want your neck up here or down at your chest. So slightly forward, down. These are called bent over tricep extension. So again, if you want to use the water bottles for resistance, that's great. And if you're not comfortable yet, that's fine as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand just about hip width apart. Then you're going to be bending down and leaning over. Let's make sure that back is nice and straight and those ab muscles are engaged. Then grabbing onto your water bottles or not, we're going to lift those elbows nice and high, and then we're going to kick back with our arms and keep those elbows where they are and aim to really squeeze the back of that arm. So squeeze those triceps and make sure that core is engaged. We're going to work our back muscles, and we're going to do something called a bent over row. So using some resistance, if you don't feel comfortable, you can just use your hands. What we're going to do is standing about hip width apart, we're going to bend at the knees, bend forward. Let's make sure those abs are engaged, and let's make sure that back's nice and straight. You don't want to be hunched over or like too far back. And next, what we're going to do is palms facing each other and squeezing those shoulder blades together and down. And squeezing, make sure eyes are looking slightly forward. We want, again, that straight line in the back. We're going to do another core exercise. So similar to the other plank where we were just doing on our forearms, we're now going to do something called a high plank. So similar to our starting push-up position, hands underneath the shoulders, and either up from your toes and holding, squeezing those ab muscles, or if you feel like that's a bit too tough, you can go from your knees and hold here.